Where you will learn how to build your business and take it to the next level. Brought to you by the Tough Talk Radio Network. Now here's your host, Tony Gambone.
All right, welcome to the show. And it sounds like we had a little interference there on the intro. Hey, it's Wednesday. It's July 22nd. I'm excited about this week. Got a lot going on. We had our Tough Talk Business Network yesterday here in the Houston area. That's always a great time for you networkers out there. If you're a business owner and you're not networking, you need to check it out, okay? It's really important. That's the best way to grow your business. And one of the things that we worked on yesterday, well, we played a game. It's called Network Bingo, and everybody's heard of bingo, right? I mean, it's a game that people play in churches and Elks clubs in different parts across the country. But Network Bingo is it's a way for business owners that are a little shy, maybe introverts, not real fast on getting up and asking people questions. It gives you a chance to learn the people in the room. It allows you to step out of that business mode for a second and just have a little bit of fun. We all know having a little bit of fun is important, and it allows us to build relationships with people other than just about the business. Now, business is important. That's how we make our living. I get it. But no one really wants to hear about anything that you're doing until they understand a little bit about who you are. So it's a great way to break the ice. If you run networking groups or you belong to them, check it out. You can find it online on Google. Just search Play Network Bingo. It's a good time. We try to do some summer games and have less speakers in the summertime because, well, the crowd's usually lighter. People are traveling, taking some time off. Kids are out of school. There's a whole bunch of things and reasons why people out there are not in networking groups. That leaves me a little confused sometimes. I know that maybe missing 1 week out of the year, 1 week out of the summer because of a vacation is important. But I also know that having commitment to something that you're doing in the business is important. So there's a lot of things we can go back and forth on. But if you read my article this past week, my newsletter article was about taking time off for some time, vacation time. And it's summertime and we're doing that. And one of the questions I asked is, when you go on vacation, do you leave your work at your office? Do you have people in place to run your business while it's taking place? Or do you take your work with you? If you answer that you take your work with you, well, you're not on vacation. You're just working from a different location. Okay, let's think about something here. We're here to build a business, to provide value for our clients, but also to provide a better lifestyle for our family. And if you do that and neglect your family, well, it's kind of a waste of time, right? It's real important, folks, to make sure that you have people in place, things in place, so that when you take some time off, your business still goes on. If not, then you really aren't in business. You're just working for an employer with the same name that you have. So think about that. I know I'm excited. I was just in Corpus this weekend and got to spend some time down on the beach and looking to go up to the lake next week just to spend some time out of the office, and also looking to go on a week's vacation with my wife here before the summer is over. That might get prolonged into October. Who cares, as long as I get it, right? The thing of it is you have to plan it in your calendar. You have to plan it in your business plan in January that you're going to take some time off. Now, that week off might change within 2 to 3 weeks' time, from when you originally set the date. But the fact is, if you set it in your calendar, if you put it in your business plan, you'll be able to put the money aside to say that you can afford it. Not that you can afford it. You'll be able to teach people to do some of the things that you do without you being there. Now, I know as a business owner, no one's better at it than we are, right? Well, maybe right. But in our minds, I'm convinced it's right. But the fact of the matter is, if the job gets done with a different smile than yours, that's good. Because if you can go away in your business and can stay operating, you've done a good job in your business. If it can't, eventually it's gonna fall out. A lot of you followed me for 6, 7 years now on the air, and you know my story. I had a remodeling business for 10 years, got sick. Such a control freak, I couldn't let go of the business. So I lost the business. Yeah, so, there I was, remodeling kitchens and bathrooms, and now here I am as a radio host. Was it a good thing? I got blessed, I think, and I landed on my feet properly. Only because, well, I like to think of myself as strong-minded. My wife says I'm stubborn. I wouldn't quit. So no matter what it is that you're doing, prepare for it to be able to work without you being there in case you get sick, something happens that you can't be there, or you want to take some time off. It's really, really important. We work so hard for all the things that we want, but we don't plan any time off or any time alone from that business. So at the end of the day, I don't think it's worth it. I don't want to work that hard. I want some time off. Yeah, I want a successful business. I want clients, and I know that the first couple of years are tough. So maybe you take a weekend off. Maybe you take a day off. Try it out. You'll find that you are regenerated. If you leave your computer or your smartphone on all the time and never shut it off and let it get updates, what happens? It becomes a mess. So do we as people. It's fast out there. It's noisy out there. There's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of distractions. And if you're not willing to take charge of yourself, well, everything else around you is going to fall too. Just saying. So, challenge of the week for everyone out there that's willing to take a challenge, write it down on the top of the paper that you have in front of you. Plan some time off. I'll give it, if you're one of those people that really want to go to the extreme, take some time off with your phone off. I know people are just like, is he out of his mind? Seriously, folks. I mean, unless you're a brain surgeon, how important could that text message or that spammed email or that notice on Facebook, how important could it be? I mean, if you need more attention like that, spend some time with your family, and you'll see the attention you get from that. Nothing can replace it. Okay, so every week we talk about different things with different guests. This week is a good show, and I'm just going to speak from the selfish side of me. Every show we do here at Tough Talk Radio Network is a good show. We always have great guests. We're always looking for great guests. We're always looking for more hosts. We're always looking to see what we can do to help others spread their message. Now, today we have a gentleman that I had the pleasure of meeting a couple of years back he's out of Toronto, but he offices out of Las Vegas. His name is Ken Dunn, and we're going to be talking to him here in a little bit. We also have another gentleman by the name of Jeff Harman, and Jeff is, he's someone that, he's in the astrology world. I know that sounds like, whoa, do, but not really, folks, okay? It's really important for us to understand everything under our feet and above our heads, okay? So make sure to refill your coffee, get some water, get some paper, take some notes, call into the show, 347-989-1363. And if you do anything today, learn something. Just learn something. If you're not growing, nothing's working in your favor. So you're going to have the chance, I promise you that, to learn a bunch from this show. You can find out more by going to toughtalkradionetwork.com. If you're in the Houston area, if you're in the state of Texas, we have a big event coming up Saturday. I call it big because, it is a big event, and I'll be speaking at it. It's called the Life Changing Conference. It's a women's conference, and it's put on by a lady by the name of Shelly Rice. If you go to Life Changing Conference on Facebook or type in Shelly Rice on Facebook, you'll find it. She's got a big following. If you don't know her, meet her. If you don't know her and you meet her, tell her Tough Talk Radio Network sent you there to meet her. She's going to be in 7 locations in the state of Texas here in the next 8 weeks. So make sure to be able to stop by and see that. You have anywhere from 100 to 1,000 people attending these events. So this is an opportunity for you to gain access to more. All right. I'm going to take a commercial break. We can come back with my first guest, a gentleman by the name of Ken Dunn, who's not only the creator of the new platform Reader's Legacy, he's also the author of 4 books and the publisher of Next Century Publishing. So we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Fill up the coffee. We'll see you in a minute.
Listen to The Legal Eagle and The Coach each Wednesday from noon to 1 p.m. on Tough Talk Radio Network. Leading local and national experts in business will share their keys to success so that our listening audience can be educated and entertained along the way to becoming all they can be. So whether you're new to business or highly experienced, The Legal Eagle and The Coach with hosts David Alterburn and Brian Kaiser is a great radio program for you. For more information, go to legaleagleandthecoachradio.com.
Did you know that an estimated 52 million Americans listened to Internet radio in the last month? Or that weekly Internet radio audience has increased 60% over the last year? And that more than 8 in 10 people are online from any location? Tough Talk Radio Network is a company dedicated to providing a platform that allows opportunities for guests, hosts, and sponsors to market themselves to the Internet radio medium where they can be heard by millions. To find out how Tough Talk Radio Network can help you, go to toughtalkradionetwork.com.
Listen to The Legal Eagle and The Coach each Wednesday from noon to 1 p.m. on Tough Talk Radio Network. Leading local and national experts in business will share their keys to success so that our listening audience can be educated and entertained along the way to becoming all they can be. So whether you're new to business or highly experienced, The Legal Eagle and The Coach with hosts David Alterburn and Brian Kaiser is a great radio program for you. For more information, go to legaleagleandthecoachradio.com.
Okay, welcome back to the show. My name is Tony Gambone, and we're here on Workshop Wednesday. And every Wednesday from 10:30 to 11:30 Central Standard Time, you can find us here on the Tough Talk Radio Network. Remember, you can go to toughtalkradionetwork.com, find out all the list of shows that we have and all the opportunities available for you to be a guest, be a host. If you've never done it before, we can take time out and train you as well. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Just type in Tough Talk Radio Network or Tony Gambone. Stop by and give us a like. Friend us on Facebook. However it is that you want to connect, we look forward to helping you get recognized in the Internet. Do you know that Internet radio, there's over 140 million people per month listening to it? So, that's a great opportunity to get the message out. My first guest today is a gentleman by the name of Ken Dunn. And as I mentioned, he's the creator of the new platform, Reader's Legacy. And he's also an author. He's authored 4 books. He's a publisher of Next Century Publishing. Actually, I think he's the founder of it as well. And he's out of Las Vegas. He houses in Toronto. So I want to welcome Ken to the show. Ken, welcome.
Hey, thanks a lot, Tony. It's really a pleasure to be with you. I've listened to you for years and excited about this opportunity.
Well, we really are looking forward as well. I met you in Dallas at an event for one of our hosts here. Judy Huberman did a compilation book up there. And I've spoken to you a lot of times on the phone, but let's let people know a little bit about you that don't know you, Ken. I mentioned that you're from Toronto and you're in Las Vegas. That seems like a long commute. Do you I mean, I know it's a little easier to set a business up in Las Vegas for a lot of different reasons, especially if you're coming out of Canada. But how does that work as a business owner? We spoke about taking time with our family. How does that work? How do you balance that out?
Well, you know what, Tony? So the background story is that I started my adult life in investigative policing. I spent 14 years in policing disciplines that included undercover drug operations. I was a homicide cop. I was an interrogator. And when I turned 30, my wife told me we were about to have our first child, and I got out of policing, and I became an entrepreneur. I built 3 businesses in 3 different industries that made us a fortune, my wife and I. And I realized during that process I was a sales guy, and I wanted to write a book. I wrote my first book up here in Canada and got messed over by a publisher. And so that made us want to start our own company. Then we came up with a crazy idea to build a brand new platform for people who love books that would be